From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
From Harrisburg to Hazleton, Pennsylvania, Governor Tom Corbett was in our area today, updating Keystone State residents on important issues on the table at the Capitol building. The governor's visit is where we begin tonight, live at 5. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. A special visitor was in the greater Hazleton area today. The Chamber of Commerce was excited to welcome Governor Tom Corbett. He addressed local business leaders this afternoon at a red carpet program. From Hazleton to Harrisburg, Governor Corbett says there's a lot going on in our state right now, especially with education. The governor talked about that and jobs and says those topics go hand in hand. He also toured the Keystone Job Corps Center today. The governor was taken around the campus. He met with nursing students, checked out what smelled so good in the culinary arts department, and he also stopped by the construction site of the new Welcome Center, which is being built by the students. We're told that this was the first time the center had a governor come and visit. News 13's Christina D'Amato will have much more live at 5:30. After his stop at the Keystone Job Corps, the governor was here at News 13, where he sat down with Sam Lassant for a special edition of his show. That show premiered just before News 13 at 4:30, and you can see it again tonight at 9 o'clock and also at 6 o'clock this evening. Governor Corbett tackled the tough issues plaguing Pennsylvania right now, like educational reform, Marcellus Shale, using coal for energy, and the plan to privatize Pennsylvania's liquor stores, which has caused some controversy. The governor highlighted what he says are the benefits of selling the liquor stores. Again, to catch the Sam Lassant Show featuring Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett, tune in tonight at 6 and 9, or catch it at your convenience just by logging on to ssptv.com. It's not an election year for the governor. However, Hazleton voters will soon pick a new mayor. And tonight, residents have the opportunity to meet all three of the candidates whose names will appear on the November election ballot. All three candidates will face off in a special debate right here on Channel 13 SSP TV at 8 o'clock. Republican Mayor Joe Yanuzzi, Democrat Grace Kuzo, and independent candidate John Medashevsky will take part in a special Sam Lassant show. And SSP TV has teamed up with our media partner, the Standard Speaker, for the election edition of that show. A reporter from the Standard Speaker and News 13 will be asking the questions all voters want answers to. Again, the mayoral debate airs tonight at 8 o'clock, and you can check it out again at ssptv.com. It's safe to say residents who call Butler Township home do not want gas drillers moving into their neighborhoods. Water quality and traffic were two of the big concerns mentioned during Tuesday night's public meeting in the township. News 13's Andy Minnick was also there and has more on why they don't want drilling in this part of the valley.
The potential for natural gas drilling in lower Luzerne County is very real, and Butler Township residents are certainly aware of the situation. Around 100 curious and concerned citizens of the township came out Tuesday night, all for input on the Marcellus Shale gas drilling that the area might see in 5 to 7 years, according to Zoning Hearing Board Solicitor Donald Karpovich.
The township is currently undergoing a comprehensive rezone of their community, including a new zoning ordinance, because their zoning ordinance is 30 or 35 years old. They want to make sure that they have the input from their citizens when they're drafting an ordinance to regulate things such as gas and oil wells.
All three boards of the township, supervisors, planning, and zoning, were there to listen to public comment. When asked to raise hands in favor of natural gas drilling, only a couple residents did. Most at the meeting said they were either against natural gas drilling or do not yet know enough about it.
You know, the Marcellus Shale, it's a new technology. It's been developed over the last couple of years, and it does have benefits, but it's still truly untested. And the performance, while it does provide some enrichment, the end results still haven't been proven extremely safe, at least from what I understand, in my opinion on it.
I don't think they should be allowed to drill until they stop poisoning everything. Screwing up the water, that's not good.
It was the water supply that was the main concern of the township residents. Nearly all water is well water. Some said once the water is contaminated, there is no turning back. Now, Butler Township officials urge the residents to get in contact with their state representative, Tara Toohill, to emphasize their concerns about water pollution and control at the township level. In the newsroom, I'm Andy Minnick for News 13.
Andy, thanks so much. It's not every day that someone can touch so many lives with his knowledge and leadership, but that's exactly how fellow firefighters see Chief Bob Ward. The West Hazleton Fire Chief has been involved in the borough's department for 37 years, and he recently announced that he will retire at the end of December. Today, our Nikki Cry spent some time with Chief Ward and his family, reminiscing about the past and looking ahead to the future.
Bob Ward was only 14 years old when he started saving lives with the Hazleton Rescue Squad.
It was the excitement, it was the chance, to learn something that I never did before, at least see it on TV or watch other people doing it, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that at that age.
Over the last 37 years, the West Hazleton Fire Chief has come full circle. He joined the department in 1969.
I just graduated from high school. And one of my friends was a fire driver here at the time, and he knew that I was had advanced first aid, and they were stuck for people to run the ambulance. So he'd call me, hey, Bob, you want to take an ambulance call for us? And I started doing that, and then they talked me into joining the fire company.
And the rest was history. After 37 years as a career firefighter and 31 years as West Hazleton's chief, Bob Ward will be retiring at the end of this year. He tells me it's going to be bittersweet, but retirement is not the end of his career.
I'm still going to remain active with the volunteers. Because I started there, and my heart is with the volunteers.
You can say firefighting is something that runs in the Ward family. Both of Bob's sons, Robert and Pat, grew up watching and learning from their dad.
He was working here full-time before I was born, and I just remember as a kid, from a very young age, just spending every single day of my life here in this firehouse with him. Coming from elementary school, walking here right after school, from high school, coming here right after school, working my way up through the ranks as an officer, and then eventually making my career out of firefighting, and it's all because of my father, following in his footsteps.
As they got older, they came up to the firehouse with me, and basically they were training with us at a young age, even before they became legal to actually train.
The knowledge that he has is just incredible. The classes, the training, the influence he's had as a state instructor throughout the whole state. He's trained countless generations and generations to become a fireman. And we're privileged to have the knowledge here in our department.
But the man who has inspired so many over the years is quick to give credit to others.
I looked at it as a team. I'm just a driver. I just drive the car. It's the volunteers and the career people that are around me that make this happen, what happens here.
Chief Ward has seen firefighters and friends come and go. He tells me things have changed tremendously over the years. He is proud of how much his department has grown.
When I first started here, we had 2 engines. Now we have 2 engines, a ladder, rescue, hazmat, and our guys are very proficient in it.
In addition to staying with the department, Chief Ward plans on spending his time camping with his wife Shirley, teaching for the State Fire Academy, and of course spending lots of time with his beloved dogs Arson and Ariel.
Bob Ward was not West Hazleton Fire Department, but everything about the fire department was part of him. He gave his whole life and career to it, but as he said, it was the members that stood behind him that made this department what it is.
These walls, if they could talk, they could tell all these stories that happened here. All the people who have passed through this door, through the years. Those that are still alive and those that have passed away, And I think that's what I'm going to miss the most.
News 13 would like to wish Chief Bob Ward the best in his retirement. In the community of West Hazleton, I'm Nikki Kreis for News 13.
And I'd like to say a personal congratulations on retirement to the chief, and have fun in retirement as well. Stay tuned. There's still much more to come tonight here on your community news station. Later, we sit down with one local leader who will soon be retiring from his position in West Hazleton. But first, 2 people were injured in a wreck at a busy intersection in Hazleton this morning. We'll tell you more when News 13 comes right back.
Stay tuned for great local programming all night long right here on SSP TV. At 6 o'clock, it's the Sam Wilson Show. Join Sam as he talks with Governor Corbett. From 6:30 to 8, you can find your favorite local programming on SSPTV.com. 8 o'clock, we'll be back on Channel 13 with a special episode of the Sam Wilson Show, the Hazleton mayoral debate. 9 o'clock, catch the Sam Wilson Show where he talks with Governor Corbett. And at 9:30, it's Real Life in the OR. Join Channel 13 as we take you inside the operating room as Dr. Mead performs knee repairs and replacements. Don't forget about the broadcast for our news at 10 and 11:30. And thank you for making News 13 your #1 local news station.
You're watching News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Hi, I'm Joe Sklarowski. I'm proud of my family's ties to the greater Hazleton area. It's where my wife, Megan Kennedy, and her family were born and raised. It's where our 4 children were born, and it's where we have many friends and family. If elected judge in Luzerne County, I pledge to be a voice for the people of the greater Hazleton area. I respectfully ask for your vote for a judge on November 8th. Thank you.
Check out the newly designed Chrysler 200, or how about the 2-door Jeep Wrangler or 4-door Unlimited. Jeep Patriot is named Best Priced SUV in America. Jeep Grand Cherokee styling is second to none. Jeep Compass named Top 10 fuel-efficient SUV with sophisticated styling. It's Ram commercial truck season. Get what you deserve, power, performance, and a Dodge Ram. How about Dodge Journey? Seat 7 with 4-wheel drive, a winning combination. Dodge Durango, let the towing begin. Best in class, up to 7,400-pound capability. It's all-American Tamaqua.
Rick Williams is an architect, a good businessman, and is committed to our community.
Rick Williams, independent candidate for Luzerne County Council.
And Luzerne County has an opportunity now.
Rick's analytical, he's a problem solver, and he's a straight shooter.
Rick will help get our budget under control. He's smart, he's skilled.
He knows how to make this work.
I'm Rick Williams. I'm an independent and beholden to no one except the voters of Luzerne County. My name is near the bottom of the ballot, but I hope I'm at the top of your list.
Hi, my name is Martha Dagenhart-Yannick. Please vote for Dr. Bob Childs, Brian Early, and me on November 8th. As school directors, we will consider how each vote we cast will benefit our children and teachers. As a parent, I know our children need an excellent education. As a manager in the healthcare profession, I have expertise with budgeting. As a taxpayer, I understand the concerns of our district. Please vote for the team with no ties on November 8th.
Fred Parentoni is a family man and very responsible. He cares about people, truly cares.
I'm voting for Fred Parentoni for judge because he's honest and compassionate. He's exactly what this county needs.
Fred has a genuine interest in seeing our county move forward. He isn't afraid to stand up to adversity.
I'm Fred Parentoni. I will work to keep our community safe, to keep you safe.
Vote Fred Parentoni for Judge of Luzerne County.
News 13 on the scene of this accident in downtown Hazleton right around 4:30 this afternoon. The SUV and car collided at the intersection of Broad and Locust Streets. The impact sent the SUV rolling across Broad Street, landing on its roof on Locust. We're told the driver of the SUV is a Hazleton City Fire police officer who was actually on his way to direct traffic at another car accident that occurred just minutes earlier. The elderly couple inside the car were both taken to the hospital. Firefighters had to use the jaws of life to get the female passenger out. No word on just how badly the two were hurt. The driver of the SUV was out of his vehicle walking around but did have a cut on his hand. Hazleton police were still gathering information and talking to witnesses and have not yet released information to News 13 after this wreck in Hazleton. 2 people were taken to the hospital this morning after their cars collided in the city. News 13 was at the scene of the crash at Locust and 15th Street shortly before 10 o'clock this morning. We're told the red vehicle was going south on Locust Street and may have pulled out in front of the silver car, which was driving on 15th Street. Initial reports said one of the drivers was unresponsive at the scene, but we're told both of the drivers were taken to Hazleton General Hospital for just minor injuries. Now, News 13 has learned that a coal truck also overturned around 4 o'clock this afternoon on the Stockton Road going towards New Coxville. Right now, we know the roadway is shut down. Firefighters report there being fluids on the ground and that the truck's load of coal spilled onto the roadway, making a real mess for cleanup crews. No word if the truck driver was hurt. You're asked to avoid this area if at all possible. Well, the man from Freeland who was arrested with 2 others and charged with murdering Shenandoah resident Bruce Forker back in March of 2010 says he's innocent. 21-year-old Damon Ennett was in Schuylkill County Court Tuesday, where he testified that he had nothing to do with the killing of Forker, but was intimidated into admitting he did. Ennett told the judge that his head wasn't in the right place. According to reports, Ennett is hoping the judge does not allow prosecutors to use statements he made to police in his criminal homicide trial. Ennett is claiming police violated his rights in obtaining the statements and forced him to testify. According to investigators, Ennett helped plan the robbery of Forker and drove the getaway car following Forker's shooting. 33-year-old Julius Eno and 20-year-old Jamal Olveri, both of Reading, broke into Forker's home, robbed him of $5,000 cash, and then shot him while his children and wife were inside that home. Eno was acquitted of all charges against him back in September. Ennett and Olveri both pled guilty, but then asked for a trial, saying they're not guilty. Their trial is set to get underway later this month, and both face a possible life sentence. A man barricaded himself inside his home Tuesday night in Freeland, keeping police at bay for hours. It happened on Pine Street. Police say the resident barricaded himself in his bedroom and sent text messages out implying he was going to kill himself. Police from all over the area were called to the home to assist Freeland officers along with state troopers. Eventually, after about 3.5 hours, the man surrendered quietly and was taken for a mental evaluation. The standoff started right around 9:30 last night. Now, News 13 does know the name of the person involved, but we chose to withhold it because no criminal charges have been filed by police as of this 5 o'clock hour. 49-year-old Joseph Daring of the Bronx is in trouble with the law after his arrest by state police. Troopers say back in July, Daring allegedly snatched a wallet with credit cards and about $135 in cash from a woman's purse while she was working at Mariano's Furniture in Hazleton. He used the credit cards at many places throughout the area, like Sheetz and Turkey Hill. According to court papers, Daring admitted to police he took the wallet and used the cards but never showed to be interviewed by troopers. And then troopers learned he was wanted out of Pike County. Daring now faces a long list of charges. He's a free man tonight, but is expected in court later this month. A Hazleton man went on a cell phone crime spree, and he did it at the high school. 19-year-old Juan Agaroof was charged by troopers after allegedly stealing 3 cellular phones from lockers at the Hazleton area high school in April. Court papers say 3 students at the high school told a security officer that cell phones they stored in their lockers during gym class were taken. Troopers looked at school video, which showed Aguero in the locker room and showing him leave a few minutes later. Now, he told police that he went to the locker room to talk to a friend and then took the cell phones, but left them in other lockers in the school. He showed troopers where those phones were, and they were eventually returned to their owners. On your screen right now, your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Your daily number, 330. Big 4, 8005. Quinto, 80558. And treasure hunt, 2, 13, 17, 18, 24.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for making News 13 your #1 local news station. Here's your lineup for Thursday. Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A happy birthday to Natalie Franzosa Filler. This wish comes from your Pop-Pop Jeff Filler and Mamu in heaven. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The Valley L Middle School Relay for Life team presents a holiday shopping extravaganza. This will be held at the St. John Bosco Church on December 2nd from 6 to 9 p.m. The cost is just $5, and it includes coffee, tea, soda, dessert, and a chance to win the grand prize raffle. There will also be tricky trays and over 30 vendors there. And Joyful Noise, a Southern Gospel Quartet. They'll be at the Christ United Church of Christ November 6th at 3 p.m. And there will be a spaghetti dinner presented by the Rotary Club of Hazleton, November 9th at Genetti's. You can eat in or take out from 4:30 to 7 p.m. The cost is $8.50 and children eat for $5. For tickets, call 454-2494 or 454-5000. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Robert E. Cragle, formerly of Hazleton. The funeral will be held Friday at 11 a.m. from the Seiselman Roche Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. Louis S. Spivak, formerly of Hazleton. The funeral will be held Friday at 10:30 a.m. from the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Kemper L. Mahan, formerly of Weatherly. A memorial service will be held Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Philip J. Jefferies Funeral Home. William E. Campbell, Jr. of Hazleton. The services will be held privately and at the convenience of the family. And Alan A. Veda of Hazleton. The funeral will be held Friday at 10:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries happen brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111.
Luzerne County is about to begin a new future with a new home rule government. Now we the people need to vote for the best and most qualified candidates to serve on Luzerne County Council. Rick Morelli is someone who has been involved with the home rule process from the beginning and understands the complexity and challenges ahead in dealing with this new form of government. Rick Morelli, who will be a strong voice in southern Luzerne County and who will represent us proudly and fight for our future.
Did you know every day is Earth Day at Harry's U Poulet Auto Parts? Harry's U Poulet pays you top dollar for your used vehicle. All vehicles are environmentally recycled, and then the parts are sold at unbelievable low prices. Call us for more details at 459-9901 or visit us on the web at wegotuse.com.
Well, I'm pretty sure the question everyone's asking is, where did autumn go? It definitely feels like we've gone straight into winter. Here's what we can expect over the next 24 hours, starting with tonight. We'll dip down to 37 degrees with a light wind, mostly clear skies taking us through to your Thursday, where we will see the sun shining and a high up to 56 degrees. Coming up live at 5:30, we'll check out your weekend forecast and see if there's a warm-up in sight. All right, finally live at 5, a local woman's belly has become the talk of the town. Let us show you why. How adorable is this? Look close. Yep, it is a belly with a little baby inside. Holly Capish, who has family here in Hazleton, was the winner of the 4th annual Pregnant Pumpkin Pageant put on by a local radio station. Holly, with her Mummy and Me belly, scored a year's supply of diapers. They're going to come in handy because Holly and her husband TJ Capish live in Mountaintop and are expecting a daughter, Sophia Marie, on December 22nd. Congrats to the couple on their little bundle of joy, who will arrive soon, just in time for Christmas. What a great gift. And to Holly on this amazing belly art. That is creative. All right, that does it for us tonight live at 5. Check us out at ssptv.com for more news and information from around Greater Hazleton. The Standard Speaker Online is where you can find breaking news as it happens throughout the day and night. And don't forget to friend us on Facebook. There's much more still to come tonight live at 5:30. Our Nikki Cries will sit down with a local leader who has just announced his retirement. Find out what his plans are in just a few. We'll also have an extended look at the forecast and sports with Freddie B. Stay right here. Your Live at 5:30 is coming right up.
Candidate for Magisterial District Judge James Jamie Dixon is inviting you to a fundraiser brunch Saturday, November 5th. The brunch will be held at Genetti's Best Western from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tickets are just $30 and can be purchased in advance or at the door. For more information, call 570-861-4860 or check out www.dixonformagistrate.com.
J-Bell, a trusted name in jewelry since 1916. J-Bell's hand-finished jewelry is among the finest made in the United States. The secret to J-Bell's success and quality is our state-of-the-art die-striking process, backed by skilled craftsmen. As many as 30 different steps may go into a single piece. It's like wearing a work of art. That's why J-Bell is found at only the finest jewelry stores.
Stop by Howard's Jewelers in the Laurel Mall in West Hazleton to see our magnificent collection of J-Bell die-struck engagement rings.
Vote for the ticket that is making a difference in Hazleton. Joe Yanuzzi and Evelyn Graham. 5 more police officers on our streets protecting residents. Surveillance cameras making Hazleton a safer environment. More code enforcement and health code officers responding to citizens' complaints. On November 8th, vote Joe Yanuzzi for mayor and Evelyn Graham for city council. The team that is making a difference.
For the past 9 years, I've been providing Hazleton personal, accurate, and immediate radiologic services. I'm Dr. Steve Reinhaus, board-certified radiologist at Reinhaus Radiology. Recently, I relocated from my former facility to open this new center because I was unwilling to compromise my service to you. Here at Reinhaus Radiology, I strive, along with my talented staff, to provide you with absolute best in diagnostic imaging services. So when results matter, be sure. Request Reinhaus Radiology.
I'm voting for Jennifer Rogers because
she'll restore integrity to our courtrooms.
She is not a career politician.
She spent her career being the voice of people who didn't have one.
Jennifer is the most committed and dedicated person that I know.
She understands how important this election is.
She understands the needs of the people of Luzerne County.
She represents the people, not the politicians.
We can't afford another scandal in Luzerne County.
On November 8th, judge for yourself.
She's a keeper.
Anyone can make a phone call. What's important is who's on the other end. We've been doing injury law for more than 35 years. It's what we do most. It's what we do best. It's what we do every day. So if you're hurt and want a lawyer who does nothing but injury law every day, there's no reason to call anyone else.
Call Vello Law, Injury Lawyers.
Hard work alone won't put criminals behind bars. It takes a prosecutor. Jackie Musto Carroll, 16,000 convictions in 19 years. She personally got 16 murder verdicts, confiscated thousands from drug pushers, and gave the money to cops for bulletproof vests and drug dogs.
I've put murderers, child predators, and drug dealers in jail. Much remains to be done.
Jackie Musto Carroll for DA again.
An honest day's work has long been ingrained into the fabric of this region and its people. Doing your best not because you're told to do so, but because it's for a greater good. So while we appreciate being recognized for our hard work, we wouldn't have done it any other way. From a bank that considers exceptional customer satisfaction just part of the job description. First National Bank, the right choice, right here, right now.
Firefighting and Chief Bob Ward go hand in hand. He's held the position of chief longer than anyone in the greater Hazleton area, but at the end of this year, he will hang up his white hat. A local hero announces his retirement, and it's where we begin tonight, live at 5:30.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, it's not every day that someone can touch so many lives with his knowledge and leadership. But that's exactly how fellow firefighters see Chief Bob Ward. The West Hazleton Fire Chief has been involved in the borough's department for 37 years, and he recently announced that he will retire at the end of December. Today, our Nikki Cry spent some time with Chief Ward and his family, reminiscing about the past and looking ahead to the future.
Bob Ward was only 14 years old when he started saving lives with the Hazleton Rescue Squad.
It was the excitement, and it was the chance, to learn something that I never did before, at least see it on TV or watch other people doing it, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that at that age.
Over the last 37 years, the West Hazleton Fire Chief has come full circle. He joined the department in 1969.
I just graduated from high school, And one of my friends was a fire driver here at the time, and he knew that I was had advanced first aid, and they were stuck for people to run the ambulance. So he'd call me, he'd Bob, you want to take an ambulance call for us, And I started doing that, and then they talked me into joining the fire company.
And the rest was history. After 37 years as a career firefighter and 31 years as West Hazleton's chief, Bob Ward will be retiring at the end of this year. He tells me it's going to be bittersweet, but retirement is not the end of his career.
I'm still going to remain active with the volunteers. Because I started there, and I'm going to. My heart is with the volunteers.
You can say firefighting is something that runs in the Ward family. Both of Bob's sons, Robert and Pat, grew up watching and learning from their dad.
He was working here full time before I was born, and I just remember as a kid, from a very young age, just spending every single day of my life here in this firehouse with him. Coming from elementary school, walking here right after school, from high school, coming here right after school. Working my way up through the ranks as an officer, and then eventually making my career out of firefighting, and it's all because of my father, following in his footsteps.
As they got older, they came up to the firehouse with me, and basically they were training with us at a young age, even before they became legal to actually train.
The knowledge that he has is just incredible. The classes, the training, the influence he's had as a state instructor throughout the whole state. He's trained countless generations and generations to become a fireman. And we're privileged to have the knowledge here in our department.
But the man who has inspired so many over the years is quick to give credit to others.
I looked at it as a team. I'm just a driver. I just drive the car. It's the volunteers and the career people that are around me that make this happen, what happens here.
Chief Ward has seen firefighters and friends come and go. He tells me things have changed tremendously over the years. He is proud of how much his department has grown.
When I first started here, we had 2 engines. Now we have 2 engines, a ladder, a rescue, hazmat, and our guys are very proficient in it.
In addition to staying with the department, Chief Ward plans on spending his time camping with his wife Shirley, teaching for the State Fire Academy, and of course spending lots of time with his beloved dogs Arson and Ariel.
Bob Ward was not West Hazleton Fire Department, but everything about the fire department was part of him. He gave his whole life and career to it, but as he said, it was the members that stood behind him that made this department what it is.
These walls, if they could talk, they could tell all these stories that happened here. All the people who have passed through this door, through the years. Those that are still alive and those that have passed away, And I think that's what I'm going to miss the most.
News 13 would like to wish Chief Bob Ward the best in his retirement. In the community of West Hazleton, I'm Nikki Kreis for News 13.
And Nikki, I echo that as well. Good luck to Chief Ward. Well, special visitor was in the greater Hazleton area today. The Chamber of Commerce was excited to welcome Governor Tom Corbett. He addressed local business leaders this afternoon at a red carpet program. The governor talked about education and jobs, and those topics went hand in hand because he also toured the Keystone Job Corps Center. News 13's Christina D'Amato explains why the governor thinks workforce training is so important.
Fellow members of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, let's give a great Hazleton welcome to Pennsylvania's 46th governor, Governor Tom Corbett.
Business leaders, lawmakers, local officials, and other members of the Greater Hazleton community welcomed Governor Tom Corbett to our area this afternoon. From Hazleton to Harrisburg, Governor Corbett says there's a lot going on in our state right now, especially with education.
But when it comes to education, I believe the proper order for things is this. The child first. The child should be the priority. The parent second. And the teacher third. That doesn't make me necessarily very popular with the large segment that's out there. But I don't care. I'm not in this for a popularity contest. I'm in this for the children of Pennsylvania.
The governor says our state's failure in education is costing us more money, but we are moving closer to school reform. He says that starts with making sure students graduate from high school.
We have to develop the workforce for the jobs that are available, for the jobs that are coming, for the new jobs that are coming, whether they're drivers, whether they're teachers, doctors, welders, boilermakers. We need to do that. We need to think more smartly about it. Because the more we do that, the more revenue we get into the state to pay for the things that right now we can't pay for.
And folks have access to skills training here at the Keystone Job Corps Center. The governor was taken around the campus. He met with nursing students.
How are you? You are?
Megan.
Megan, where are you from?
Myerstown.
Okay.
Checked out what smelled so good in the culinary arts department.
Well, good luck. Okay. I gotta meet this young man.
And he also stopped by the construction site of the new Welcome Center, which is being built by the center students.
We need tradesmen. We have a lot of tradesmen that are retiring, that are older, and we need to have them replaced. These men and women behind me are the replacements that are coming in.
We are told that this was the first time the center had a governor come and visit.
Job Corps is a federally funded program. So in terms of what the governor can do for us, directly, not a whole lot. However, he can also get the word out to the federal legislators who have a fairly good idea of what we're all about, if not an excellent idea of what we're all about. But the more folks that know about our program and the opportunities, and I'm always looking for local students to know the opportunities that we have here, the better off we're going to be.
Corbett says assisting people, especially the unemployed and disadvantaged, to transition into careers that pay stable wages and benefits is a priority of his administration. Christina D'Amato, News 13.
Christina, thank you. Now, after his stop at the Keystone Job Corps, the governor was here at News 13, where he sat down with Samuel Sant for a special edition of his show. Now, that show will premiere tonight at 6 and 9 o'clock right here on Channel 13. Governor Corbett tackled the tough issues plaguing Pennsylvania right now, like educational reform, Marcellus Shale, using coal for energy, and the plan to privatize Pennsylvania liquor stores, which has caused some controversy. The governor highlighted what he says are the benefits of selling the liquor stores. Again, to catch the Samuel Sant Show featuring Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett, tune in tonight at 6 and 9, or you can also catch it at your convenience by logging on to ssptv.com. Well, it is safe to say residents who call Butler Township home do not want gas drillers moving into their neighborhoods. Water quality and traffic were two of the big concerns mentioned during Tuesday night's public meeting in the township. News 13's Andy Minnick was also there and has more on why they don't want drilling in this part of the valley.
The potential for natural gas drilling in lower Luzerne County is very real, and Butler Township residents are certainly aware of the situation. Around 100 curious and concerned citizens of the township came out Tuesday night, all for input on the Marcellus Shale gas drilling that the area might see in 5 to 7 years, according to Zoning Hearing Board Solicitor Donald Karpovich.
The township is currently undergoing a comprehensive rezone of their community, including a new zoning ordinance, because their zoning ordinance is 30 or 35 years old. They want to make sure that they have the input from their citizens when they're drafting an ordinance to regulate things such as gas and oil wells.
All three boards of the township, supervisors, planning, and zoning, were there to listen to public comment. When asked to raise hands in favor of natural gas drilling, only a couple residents did. Most at the meeting said they were either against natural gas drilling or do not yet know enough about it.
You know, the Marcellus Shale, it's a new technology. It's been developed over the last couple of years, and it does have benefits, but it's still truly untested. And the performance, while it does provide some enrichment, the end results still haven't been proven extremely safe, at least from what I understand, in my opinion on it.
I don't think they should be allowed to drill until they stop poisoning everything. Screwing up the water, that's not good.
It was the water supply that was the main concern of the township residents. Nearly all water is well water. Some said once the water is contaminated, there is no turning back. Now, Butler Township officials urged the residents to get in contact with their state representative, Tara Toohill, to emphasize their concerns about water pollution and control at the township level. In the newsroom, I'm Andy Minnick for News 13.
Andy, thanks so much. Stay tuned. There's still much more to come tonight here on News 13 live at 5:30. It may be fall, but it feels an awful lot like winter. We'll have your full forecast coming up. But first, as Thanksgiving Day is right around the corner, one local car dealership is helping folks in need. Find out how you can help when we return. And it's hard to believe, but Christmas is only about 2 months away. Angelique Boutique in the Churchill Mall is geared up for the holiday season and invites you to the annual holiday open house. It's the 29th year, and this time you have 3 days to visit: this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The magic begins with all the promotions from Hallmark, and you can take 15% off the entire stock. The Hallmark Holiday Recordable Storybooks, which you're looking at right now, are regularly $29.95, but you can take one home for just $19.95 with any purchase. The books make a great keepsake for that special person. So stop by Angelique Boutique in the Churchill Mall this weekend for the 29th annual Holiday Open House.
You're watching News 13 with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Basinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Oh, fumble!
I'll be here all day!
Yep, it's football season. And great deals are waiting for you at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Like a new Jeep Patriot 4x4 starting at $18,495. Plus, we'll pay more for your trade guaranteed. Just off I-81, exit 145 Hazleton. Since 1921, drive with experience.
At Slessor Law, we know accidents don't always happen between 9 and 5. That's why our lawyers are available around the clock to give you advice if someone you love has been injured or killed in an accident. It's important to protect your rights. I'm attorney Chris Slessor. Call us. We'll be there.
I'm Blythe Evans, and I'm an independent thinking candidate for Luzerne County Council. Our county is experiencing a new beginning in more ways than one. We need to take a hard look at government spending and political mismanagement. We need to protect our clean air and water from corporate interests, and we need to restore the public trust in our elected officials so the county government will be more accountable to its citizens. I'm Blythe Evans, and on November 8th, I'm asking for your vote.
When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
When it comes to your health, you need to put your trust in a team of experienced professionals. Mountain City Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, an Extendicare facility, has one goal in mind: helping people live better. Short-term rehabilitation is our business. Mountain City offers you a chance to recover on our STAR unit, a short-term unit for patients who need some rehab before going home. We provide dedicated nursing and therapy services and offer you a personalized plan of recovery through our evidence-based recovery track programming.
Mountain City helps me live better.
Some current board members continue to raise your property taxes, while test scores lag behind. It is our responsibility as board members to spend education dollars efficiently and effectively, as well as providing the best education we can, to light a fire of curiosity and eagerness to learn in our children that will carry them through their entire lives. I'm Rocco Formica. Having taught in the Hazleton Area School District for nearly 40 years, I know what it's like on both sides of the desk. On November 8th, please vote Rocco Formica, Hazleton Area School Director.
I'm Molly Hanlon Marabito, and I'm running for judge. 30 seconds is brief, but it's enough time to talk about integrity. Raised in 40 Fort, I learned about integrity from my mom and dad. After graduating from the University of Notre Dame School of Law, I returned home to Luzerne County. I've never forgotten those early lessons in all my years of practice. I have over 22 years of courtroom experience. I prosecute criminals. I'm endorsed by law enforcement. I ask for your vote, your support on November 8th.
We've officially entered the month of November, and Thanksgiving will be here before you know it. One local car dealership is focusing on helping others this holiday season. News 13 stopping by Burger Family dealerships this morning as employees were getting ready for their first annual food drive. Staff at the Mazda showroom is collecting non-perishable food items to donate to United Charities House of West Hazleton. The food drive runs until November 21st.
Since the separation and remodeling and of the Mazda showroom from the Chrysler and General Motors areas, we're down here now, and just to get everyone used to the Mazda showroom and also help benefit the community, we wanted to start this down at this end. And so this will be our first food drive for the Thanksgiving holiday.
If you're interested in helping out the United Charities House, you're asked to drop off non-perishable food items to Burger Family dealerships before November 21st. Like I said before, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, which means winter's almost here too. It's definitely been feeling like Old Man Winter has come to Greater Hazleton earlier than planned, but I was just out a little bit ago this afternoon and it was actually quite comfortable out there. But for tonight, we're going to see 37 degrees for our low. It'll be mostly clear, so no sign of any rain or snow, which is good news in my book. Your sun rises on your Thursday at 7:37. Sun sets Thursday evening at 2 minutes to 6. Averages and records on your screen right now, and as we head to your 4-day outlook, pretty uneventful, folks. We see partly sunny skies for your Thursday, high near 56. 35 will be our low Thursday night with mostly cloudy skies. Sun will be shining Friday, 51. Mostly clear Friday night, low down to 28. So pretty chilly on your Friday night, and Saturday's looking sun-filled, but a high up to 49 only. 29 will be our low Saturday night. Sun back out again on Sunday at 51 degrees, and Sunday night some clouds roll in, and we'll dip down to 37 degrees. Your forecast tonight, live at 5:30, brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon Dog and Cat Grooming on North Broad Street in West Hazleton. 459-0310. I know a lot of you have been asking, where are the pets' pictures? Well, we're waiting for some more of those furry friends to come our way, so as soon as we get some, we will show you the finished product after they went to the Lazy Dog Salon. All right, stay tuned. There's much more to come on your community news station tonight. Halloween has come and gone, but we'll tell you about an event this weekend that's sure to be a spooktacular time. But first, Friday B's on deck with local sports, scores, schedules, and more are coming up when we return.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in and win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Stuart Smith of Freeland. Stuart, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
The Luzerne County Interbranch Commission was set up to investigate the Kids for Cash scandal.
Here's what D.A. Musto said, and I quote, "You tell me how not to have a judge who was a criminal."
In response, the commission chairman interrupted, and I quote, "You report him. That's the simple answer. You report him."
So why does a judge have to tell this D.A. how to do her job?
And it's this kind of experience that's part of the problem in county government.
Stephanie Salavantis is part of the solution.
Musto must go.
Vote Stephanie Salavantis, D.A.
Come party on the patio here at the Hollywood Diner.
Enjoy the nightlife outside with live entertainment on the patio every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We have great drink specials, food specials, and desserts. Open 7 days a week, 24 hours on the weekend. Come party at Hollywood Diner, where everyone is treated like a star.
Hard work alone won't put criminals behind bars. It takes a prosecutor. Jackie Musto Carroll, 16,000 convictions in 19 years. She personally got 16 murder verdicts, confiscated thousands from drug pushers, and gave the money to cops for bulletproof vests and drug dogs.
I've put murderers, child predators, and drug dealers in jail. Much remains to be done.
Jackie Musto Carroll for DA again.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Volleyball playoffs, field hockey, soccer too. Not anybody from Hazleton area representing us, but the playoffs are getting interesting, and the question is, how good are some of these teams we've watched all season long and said, well, they're pretty darn good? Take, for instance, Holy Redeemer when it comes to girls volleyball. Well, here's your answer. In straight sets, they made quick work of the Crestwood Comets last night. Holy Redeemer advances 3-0 straight on through. And you take a look, Tunkhannock got upended by Dunmore. So you got Holy Redeemer and Dunmore lined up for the AA Girls Volleyball District Championship. Now on the AAA level, Delaware Valley and North Pocono will battle it out. That should be a pretty good one. That's going to go on today. And down in the single A level, it's Lackawanna Trail and Mountain View. If you notice, most of these teams coming from the Lackawanna end of District 2. So not good news for the WVC. Now, let's go down to girls volleyball, the Schuylkill League. They have been the two best teams, well, for a lot of years now. And there they were, battling it out again for the championship. And as expected, a wild one. Nativity comes out on top, 3-2. The Golden Girls, district champs. How many times it's been Marion and Nativity? Nativity wins this round. They won the last round of this matchup during the season. So not a surprise there, but you knew it would be a nail-biter no matter which way it went. Let's switch over to soccer, where the Dallas Mountaineers, 4-1 winners over Crestwood. They're going to meet Scranton Prep, who snuck by Lake Lehman, 2-1. That's the District 2 AA boys soccer. Let's go to AAA, where the championship tonight, under the lights at Scranton Memorial Stadium. It'll be the Williamsport Millionaires and the Abington Heights Comets. So that should be a good one, as we said, up at Scranton. Meanwhile, field hockey, well, you talk about a defensive struggle. That's what we had last night when Wyoming Valley West and Coughlin battled it out. In the end, it's Valley West sneaking by with the 1-0 win over Coughlin, and they claim the AAA District 2 championship in field hockey. They'll wait and see who out of District 11 they'll play in the first round of states. And speaking of Nativity and Marion in volleyball, how about Wyoming Sem and Crestwood in field hockey? Here they go at it again, and look at this. 1-0. Wyoming Sem gets by Crestwood, and Wyoming Sem wins the district championship. And I'll tell you what, it's unbelievable when you talk about real good field hockey. You get these low-scoring games. Defense rules the day. 2 games, 1-0. Well, let's switch over to football, where there was nothing to tell you about last night. But finally, they got in the games that were snowed out over the weekend. And here is the latest. District 11, District 2, District 4, Sub-Regional in Quad A. 3 teams have clinched berths. Nazareth, Wyoming Valley West, and the Easton Red Rovers. Now they take the top 8. Here's the rest of the pack, and all of them are still alive. Parkland, Whitehall, Stroudsburg goes right on down the line, including Scranton and Delaware Valley. Remember, the top 8 get in, but a lot will depend on what happens this weekend. As we said, 5 more teams will punch their ticket. 3 of them already in. The second half of the bracket, well, they're out of it, and they're going to be looking Eastern Conference at best, starting with Emmaus and going right down. And isn't it unbelievable? Once again, Allentown Allen and Diriff winless. Somebody will get a win because they play each other this week. It's been that way for the last 3 years. They haven't won a game during the season, and the only win has been when they played each other. Just hard to believe, if you've been around a long time, the deterioration of the football program in the Allentown schools, but that's the way it is. As far as Marion in District 11 Single A, 2 teams are in, Pius and Minersville. There you take a look. We got 3 teams at 6-3 and 2 at 5-4 jockeying for those final positions this week. We'll tell the tale of the tape as we get ready for the final regular season in Week 10. Meanwhile, it's Steak and Ale Night up at Bottlenecks. Choose from a variety of our specialty hand-cut steaks. They're served with unlimited fries for just $9.95. Always great beer specials at Bottlenecks. Kitchen open until midnight, 7 days a week. Good place to go.
do you value? At King's College, we teach the same values you've taught your children since the day they were born. Here, values are experienced. They are lived. At King's, students learn the values of a lifetime. Join us for our next open house on November 7th by calling 1-888-KINGS-PA or visiting kings.edu.
For all of your eye care needs, including routine, medical, surgical eye care, glasses or contact lenses, visit Dr. Thomas Gislin at Hazleton Eye Specialists. Ask about the 7-minute, no needle, no stitch, no patch cataract surgery, and LASIK and multi-lex procedures. We do diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma and dry eye syndrome. Dr. Kislin and his associates, Dr. Alexandria Wozmansky and Dr. Frank A. Bucci Jr., provide the highest level of medical and surgical eye care available, with eye care for all ages. Hazleton Eye Specialists, on the Airport Beltway in the Franklin Corporate Center.
Skin Spa Aesthetics is your home for medical aesthetic services, including Botox, microdermabrasions, laser hair removal, and their newest service, NeoGraft hair transplanting. Founder Dr. Leo Cadia Project has been practicing internal medicine in the Hazleton area for over 25 years and now brings her aesthetic expertise to 2 great locations to serve you. Free consultations are offered on all services, so find the new you at Skin Spa Aesthetics.
No one plans to be hurt. I'm attorney Conrad Falvello, and I have yet to meet anyone who would trade their health for money. But if you've had your livelihood taken away by someone else, don't kid yourself. No one's going to hand you a check. At Falvello Law, injury law is what we do every day. It's the only thing we do every day.
Falvello Law, injury lawyers.
Humboldt Industrial Supply, located at 354 West Broad Street in downtown Hazleton, is the area's leader in industrial supplies and products. Humboldt Industrial Supply stocks a vast array of tools and equipment, including Bosch, Stanley, DeWalt, and Hilti. They have steel, PVC, galvanized, and stainless steel pipe and fittings, masonry supplies, and Quikrete products. They've got nuts, bolts, fasteners, thousands of shapes, sizes, and grades. Humboldt Industrial Supply is your Hilti tool rental center. Fast, free delivery to all industrial parks. Call 570-455-3557.
Halloween was 2 days ago, and unfortunately the snow put a damper on one popular activity in Freeland. But luckily, members of the borough's fire department are spreading the holiday cheer a few days late. The Freeland Fire Company will be holding its haunted hayride this Friday. The rides leave from the fire station and go to Freeland Public Park to see all the ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. The hayride will take place this Friday, so stop by between 6:30 and 9:30 for all of the fun. It all benefits the fire company, so fun and beneficial at the same time. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. If you want to catch this newscast again, tune in for a rebroadcast throughout tonight and into the morning. And don't forget, we're always on at ssptv.com. Don't forget, you can see that Sam Lassant show with Governor Tom Corbett at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And then don't forget about the mayoral debate with the Hazleton City Mayor candidates. They're going to go head-to-head tonight. That'll air at 8 o'clock. Don't forget, you can catch all the shows at ssptv.com. On behalf of all of us here at News 13, have yourselves a great night. We'll see you back here, same place, same time, tomorrow. Good night.
Skin Spa Aesthetics is your home for medical aesthetic services, including Botox, microdermabrasions, laser hair removal, and their newest service, NeoGraft hair transplanting. Founder Dr. Leo Cady at Project has been practicing internal medicine in the Hazleton area for over 25 years and now brings her aesthetic expertise to 2 great locations to serve you. Free consultations are offered on all services, so find the new you at Skin Spa Aesthetics.
Look for great ways to save every day at Boyer's Food Markets, 999 West 15th Street in Hazleton and 318 South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Double coupons every day, only at Boyer's Food Markets.